youth runner here with one of the best in Indiana history. Phenomenal performance here today at the Foot Locker Nationals, and a real feel-good moment to be able to see this guy after being edged out of All-American last week, that he is in the first team this week, the great Sam Quagliaroli from Fishers. Just for you to stay so resilient, and so determined and show that amazing will that you've demonstrated all year on Indiana soil, coming off that performance in Oregon, just how healing is this for you, Sam?
Yeah, absolutely. Disappointed after the race last weekend, and I kept that with me for the first 5 to 10 minutes right after that race. What went wrong, what went well, and sort of use that. Forget about it after those 10 minutes and just use it as fuel and motivation. I know I put the work in all year, and I know that I'm better than that performance in Oregon, so that's just what I wanted to show this week. And every time it started to hurt, you definitely remember that in this race, and you're like, how bad do you want to be up there in that first team All-American? Because the pain of losing and getting one off All-American is not worth the pain that you're experiencing during the race. So
very profound, man. I love that. And to be able to do it with such an incredible group of Midwest guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Crane and I were joking that at about a mile and a half, you guys were scoring 16 points out there. I mean, just to continue to see blue and black and white, regardless of who was making the surges or who was kind of taking the leadership initiative there, just how empowering and how inspiring was that to be around that group the whole time?
Definitely, yeah. I got 2 main points for that. Just the culture that our mentors sort of built. That Coleman Thiessen did a really good job at distributing to our guys. It was really awesome when you get the opportunity to work with other runners that love the sport like you do, put the work into the sport like you do. It's awesome, really, to be a part of that team. And you're going out there and you're running for them almost. It's like they mimic a team sort of like at home. I got a big school, so it's like there's a big group of us out there, and it's just fun to be able to run with those guys, get to know them, get some team camaraderie, and then you see those guys over there, like you said, at Nike, and just hanging around those guys for these last 2 weeks. It's been really a pleasure, and it's you run for them, so it's awesome.
Well, it's so special too, Sam, because obviously under the Nike umbrella, you only know Midwest, right? But then we get a guy like Benji that gets adopted into this amazing family based on the Southwest, and we get all the Heartland guys, and then because under the Foot Locker umbrella, they're all under the Midwest, right? I mean, it's like an embarrassment of riches.
Exactly.
Just how cool is it when you get to draw so many guys from so many different backgrounds, and it just elevates the whole group?
Right, it's such a pleasure, such an opportunity to be able to meet great runners from all over the country. Like you said, just focusing on the Midwest is nice, and then expanding, like you said, it's great to see those guys, and then those guys sort of introduce you to the guys that are from the other regions, and it's like everybody comes together in unison, and then you get those 15 minutes in the race where you're all enemies, and then afterwards you're friends again, So it's really just an awesome experience.
Most definitely. In terms of your brilliance at Laverne Gibson is legendary. But
I appreciate that.
The fact that to do it at Parkside in Kenosha, on a really brutal day of racing in terms of the chilling cold, then to go to Glendevere on another brutal day of racing with attrition on the course, and it was like human bowling pins out there with the slip and slide and whatnot, and then to be able to come here, just for you to be able to sustain this entire time through state, through multiple regionals, through multiple nationals, and then give us just a vintage Sam Quagliaroli performance today. I mean, it seemed like it couldn't have ended for you in a more fitting fashion, but just how powerful is it for you?
Yeah, it's like you said, those last couple races, I feel like they've been really fun, and the Foot Locker one, the goal was toe the line. I didn't feel like it was a true representation of how the work that I've put in this season. So just battling with those guys, using them, competing against them, using it as motivation, and then the 22nd place finish, that's using it as motivation, and then hitting it off at Foot Locker. It was just, like you said, it was a very memorable way to end the season, and then all the races on Laverne have prepared me for this moment. It's such a great course, such a tough course, and I've raced it a couple times, so it's maybe 12, 14 times.
Yeah,
so
you could write the book on it by this point, my man.
Exactly, yeah. It's a great course. It holds a special place in my heart, and it just it's just an awesome way. It's such a surreal way to end the season, and I wanted to do it with any other group of boys. This group was awesome, and yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Well, it's going to be one of the all-time great Midwest groups in the 45-year history of the Foot Locker Championships,
Definitely,
and that would not be a complete lineup if we didn't talk about the incredible contributions and performances of Sam Quagliaroli. Again,
I appreciate it.
Fourth today at Foot Locker Nationals. Sam, congrats, well deserved.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. God bless.